What's going on, guys? This is Jesus here again to bring you another League of Legends video. Today I'm going to show you all of the item combinations as well as the definitions for each of these items in terms of their effects for Teamfight Tactics. So let's go ahead and get into it. So basically there are 8 different basic items in each, in every game, right? You have 8 different items: BF Sword, Recurve Bow, Needlessly Large Rod, Tear of the Goddess, Chain Vest, Negatron Cloak, Giant's Belt, and the Spatula. Okay, and so each of these items can be combined with each other or with another one of the basic items to create, a more upgraded version of that item. And so I have a sheet here that goes through all of that, which I'm going to link in the description. So if you don't feel like listening to me talk about it and you just want to look at it yourself, it's a shared file. Just click on the link down there and it'll take you to it. But if you do want to listen to basically what I'm going to say, which is just going over everything here in the sheet, let's keep going. So if you do 2 BF swords, you get the Infinity Edge. We're just going to go through all the BF sword things here first. If you do the BF sword with the Recurve Bow, you got the Sword of the Divine. The Needlessly Large Rod is going to be a Hextech Gunblade. If you do it with a Tear of the Goddess, you'll get a Spear of Shojin. The Chain Vest will give you the Guardian Angel. The Negatron Cloak will give you the Bloodthirster. The Giant's Belt will give you the Zeke's Herald. The Spatula will give you the Yumu's Ghostblade. So now if we go over to the Recurve Bow, obviously the Sword of the Divine with the BF Sword. But if you go two Recurve Bows, you get a Rapid Fire Cannon. A Needlessly Large Rod will give you a Gensu's Rage Blade. Tear of the Goddess will give you the Static Shiv. Chain Vest will give you the Phantom Dancer. Negatron Cloak will give you the Cursed Blade. Giant's Belt will give you the Titanic Hydra. Spatula will give you the Blade of the Ruin King. So then coming over here to this next one, Needlessly Large Rod. We've already covered the BF Sword and the Recurve Bow. But we'll go here to this next one, which is Tear of the Goddess. You'll get the Rabadon's Death Cap. A Needlessly Large Rod will give you a Rabadon's Death Cap. Tear of the Goddess will give you Luden's Echo. Chain Vest will give you Locket of the Iron Solari. Negatron Cloak will give you Ionic Spark. Giant's Belt will give you Morellonomicon. Spatula will give you Yumi. And then if we go over to the Tear of the Goddess, combining that with another Tear of the Goddess will give you Seraph's Embrace. The Chain Vest will give you Frozen Heart. Negatron Cloak will give you Hush. Giant's Belt will give you Redemption, and the Spatula will give you Darken. So if we go over to the Chain Vest, if you do 2 Chain Vests together, you'll get the Thorn Mail. The Negatron Cloak will give you the Swordbreaker. Giant's Belt will give you the Red Buff. Spatula will give you Knight's Vow. Alright, and so we go over here to Negatron Cloak. 2 of those will give you a Dragon's Claw. If you do it here with the Giant's Belt, you'll get the Zephyr, and if you do it with a Spatula, you'll get Brawler's Gloves. Okay, and if we go over here to the Giant's Belt, so 2 of the Giant's Belts will give you Warmog's Armor. If you do it with a Spatula, it'll give you Frozen Mallet. And then 2 Spatulas together will give you Force of Nature. And then we'll just briefly go over the effects of each of these items so you can kind of know what to expect. So 1 BF Sword will give you 20 attack damage. The Blade of the Ruin King, the wearer, it gives an effect where the wearer is also a Blade Master, which is a class within Teamfight Tactics. So you got the Bloodthirster, which will give you 35% lifesteal. The Brawler's Gloves will make the wearer a Brawler as well. The Chain Vest will give you 20 armor. Cursed Blade, the attacks will have a low chance to shrink, which reduces the enemy's star level by 1. So you kind of have to know a little bit about that in order to understand what that means, but it just makes them weaker overall. Darken, you're a demon. It does not say in addition, like where is also a demon, so it might just actually transform you to a demon. That's what I'm understanding here. The Dragon's Claw will give you 83% magic resistance. Force of Nature, the wearer does not count against the unit caps. That's 2 of those Spatulas. You basically get an extra unit if somebody has the Force of Nature. The Frozen Heart, the adjacent enemies attack 20% slower. Frozen Mallet, you're a glacial. This is also not in addition to, so maybe these definitions are slightly messed up. Giant's Belt, you get 200 health. Guardian Angel, you will revive after you die with 300 HP. your champion, not like the wearer, not the courier or whatever in this case. Ginsu's Rage Blade, your attack grants 5% attack speed and it stacks infinitely, so that's actually a really good item. Hextech Gunblade, it will heal 25% of the damage dealt. Hush has a high chance to silence the enemy on hit. Infinity Edge gives critical strike of 200% instead of 100%. Ionic Spark, whenever an enemy casts, it zaps them. Knight's Vow, the wearer is also a knight. Locket of the Iron Solori shields units around you for 200 health on combat start. Luden's Echo, on spell hit it deals splash damage. Morella Namicon will deal burn damage and prevent all healing. Needlessly Large Rod, 20% damage. Negatron Cloak is 20% magic resistance. The Phantom Dancer, where dodges all of the critical strikes. Rabadon's Death Cap, you get 50% AP. Rapid Fire Cannon, the wearer's attacks cannot be dodged. Attack ranged is doubled. Recurve Bow, 20% attack speed. Red Buff, attacks deal 10% burn damage. Redemption, on death heal nearby allies for 1000 health. Seraph's Embrace, regain 20 mana after each spell cast. The spatula alone doesn't do anything, so you actually have to have 2 spatulas or a spatula in addition to some other item to actually get an effect. The Spear of Shojin, after casting an ability, you'll recover 20% of your maximum mana per attack. Static Shiv, every third attack deals 100 splash magical damage. Swordbreaker, attacks have a chance to disarm. Sword of the Divine, 5% chance each second to gain 100% crit, so that's pretty cool. The Tear of the Goddess, you'll get 20 starting mana. Thornmail will reflect 25% of damage taken from attacks. The Titanic Hydra, the attack deals percentage of the wearer's maximum health per second. Warmog's Armor, the wearer regenerates 2.5 max health per second. Yumu's Ghostblade, wearer is also an assassin. Yumi, you are a sorcerer. Zeke's Herald, adjacent allies gain 12.5% attack speed, and the Zephyr, on combat start, banish an enemy for 5 seconds. So, as you probably were able to see and hear throughout this process, these items are very much different than they are in the actual League of Legends game, though they still kind of follow the general trend of like BF Sword gives attack damage, Chain Vest gives armor, right? Like Morella Namicon deals burn damage and prevents all healing, right? Like it's all in the same kind of spirit of the item. The numbers are just different, right? Which is understandable. So yeah, that's basically all of the items. It is actually all of the items that are currently in this version of Teamfight Tactics. It's good to know this information. You know, it's good so you can plan, right, and have better strategies. So hopefully you guys liked the video, and if you did, give me that thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because you know I'm going to bring you the top quality League of Legends content on a daily basis. I'm Jesus, and I'll see you guys next time.